Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn how to draw a bar graph for lesson number 9, data handling. Okay, now you know about a bar graph. Generally, bar is a shape of rectangle, that is why it is called a bar graph. Now, graph are classified into two types. First, as you can see, right, one big black box you can see. Inside that there are small five boxes. I had shown with a pink color box on one of the box on a graph paper. You can count the number of small boxes inside that box. There are the small boxes are 5. So this is one type of graph paper where we have in one big black box we have small 5 boxes. And second type of graph what we are going to use for your exercise 9.4 is a graph paper or a graph book what you are going to purchase. It has a big black box. Inside that you will have small 10 boxes. How many? Small 10 boxes. So what you can see in the second graph paper, lightly of green color, where I had marked a pink box on the top of that graph paper, you can see there is a big box, boldly colored with a black outline. Inside that, if you count vertically, you have 10 small boxes, and this is the graph paper what we are going to use for drawing a bar graph with the given information. Hello. Okay, now please children, before proceeding on to exercise 9.4, I just want to show you one a video which will make you more clear, or which will bring a clarity of how to draw a bar graph, as well as I had kept one example to check it out how after getting over with the drawing of a bar graph it looks like. Firstly understand the video and then have a look onto that example.
Today we will learn how to draw a bar graph. We will learn with the help of an example. Suppose the following table was prepared to find the most preferred spot based on the choice of students in a class. Let's represent these figures in the bar graph. Although we can draw bar graphs on blank paper, the use of graph paper makes it more convenient. Let us use graph paper. Step 1. On a piece of paper, draw two perpendicular lines where line OX is a horizontal line and line OY is a vertical line. Step 2. Along the horizontal line, we will write the names of the spots mentioned in the table, keeping uniform distance, and write spots under it. In this way, we will show the spots on the horizontal line. Similarly, along the vertical line, we will mark the corresponding number of students. Step 3. Next, we will choose suitable scale along the vertical line. Here, 1 unit length represents 5 students. Therefore, we will choose the scale as 1 unit length is equal to 5 students. You can choose a suitable scale based on the number, such that if the number of students is very less, then you can take 1 unit length is equal to 1 student. Similarly, if the number of students are large, then you can take 1 unit length is equal to 10 students. Remember, the scale provides us with the convenience to draw a bar graph. Since we have taken the scale 1 unit length is equal to 5 students, we mark multiples of 5 along the vertical line to represent the scale as 1 unit length is 5 students. The length of 2 units represent 10 students. Therefore, the number of students can be calculated by 5 multiplied by number of units. With this, we can also find the number of units by dividing the number of students by 5, which is the length of the bar. Step 4. So, let's find the length of the bars. Cricket, 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4 units. Football, 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3 units. Kabaddi, 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5 units. Tennis, 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2 units. Step 5. Now we will draw the bars of uniform width for different sports at a uniform distance. For instance, for cricket, we will draw a bar of 4-unit length. Next, for football, we will draw a 3-unit length bar of the same width, keeping uniform distance. Can you tell us how will we draw a bar for kabaddi? Think for a while. Absolutely right. Once again, we will draw a 5-unit length bar of same width, keeping a uniform gap between them. Similarly, for tennis, we will draw a bar of 2-unit length. This is how we obtain a bar graph. Remember, it is not necessary that a bar graph has to be vertical. Same data can be represented by interchanging positions of games and number of students. We can also show the bar graph horizontally. Looking at this bar graph, one can easily tell that Kabaddi is the most preferred sport in the class. Although we can draw a bar graph on a blank paper, the use of a graph paper provides convenience to draw a bar graph. Will you be able to illustrate this data using a bar graph on a graph paper? Try yourself. Today we learned how to draw a bar graph.
Okay, after checking out or after understanding the video, I just come on to the next example given in another graph paper. You can see we have name of the sports along with the number of students. Now children, here that is not necessary that the scale should be 5 students or 5 units. It can be different according to the numbers given in the table. If the numbers are big, you can take a scale of 10 centimeter also. Now in the second example, you can see there are names of sports given: cricket, football, tennis, badminton and swimming. According to them, the number of students are taken in a division of one box is equal to 10 students. So after O or 0, the very first number you will write is 10. Then you have to go with the multiple of 10, that is you have to write the table of 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Okay, now accordingly the number of students given with respect to particular game, sports. Like for cricket, we have total 75 students. So 75, where it will you mark 75? So you know that between 70 and 80 comes 75. So leaving the 5 boxes above 70, you can count 70, then after 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Right? So exactly 5 boxes will be your 75. In the similar way, football also is given 45. So you have to mark in between 30 and 40. Tennis is 50. So it is clearly you will show a bar with a uniform distance. Each and every bar graph will have a same distance starting from the first game to the last. And tennis is a 50 students. You will mark tennis on 50. Then badminton, again it is divided or bifurcated between 20 and 30, that is 25. And swimming is between 60 and 70, that is 65. So please children remember, on x-axis generally we take the name of the sports or name of the students, name of the weeks, and on the y-axis when we are going with the vertical graph we write the numbers of students or whatever, but in a number form. But what you are seeing in a second example, that much should be compulsorily shown in your bar graph. Thank you.